Hello friends, this is Dr. Abhijit Singh Jadeja to explain you the dynamic controls. So friends, as you know that when in VB.NET this is called form, and whenever we want to use a design of any software, we drag and drop the tools. Whenever we drag and drop the tools, the limitation is that this label is physically I drag and drop. Suppose I would like to add text box, physically I drag and drop text box and button. Whenever your software is created and when setup file is there, some software hackers or website hackers, crackers are just open your design view, and if you write down like that, label one.text equal to text box one.text. This is the simple code that you mention this thing, and I go to design view and just believe one thing. This is buttons, click event code is there, but the thing is, if I want to delete all my design or design control, suppose I select this one and delete this one, and if I will go to the code, there is an error. So this is a very big issue. If you can drag and drop the controls in a physical part, in any hackers of a website or any crackers of any software, if people are reached to your design view and select one by one each tool, the errors comes and error generates a lot. So is there any solution? Is that if I delete all that controls, now look at the coding, this is all wrong. So if you want to solve this thing, yes my friends, it is possible by how to create dynamic control and add. So I go to the form load event and me.text equal to how to add dynamic control by objects. Enjoy. And I would like to run this program or run this software. For that one, you guys know when project, right click, add properties, and into the add properties I have to go to that things, and dynamic controls are there. I make a startup form that you know very well. I press F5 and run the program. Look, this is my form, and I change the title on the load event. My form name is dynamic controls underscore load. This is my actual form name, but I make the title change me.text how to add dynamic control by objects. Enjoy. So I want to create text box button over here. How? If you can see that one, this is my design. Again, I would like to repeat the same concept. This is the toolbox where I can drag and drop all physical tools. Physical tools means I pick up, drag it and drop it. But now let me understand how to make a dynamic control name x1 as new text box. Very nice. x1 dot location equal to new point, and this is 200 comma 200. x1 dot size equal to new size. I'm using 50 comma 100. Okay, so now I would like to add this control me dot controls dot add x1. So what I did, this is the only 5 things, and now I run this, you will very surprising. Yes, this text box generate and my cursor is also blinking. If you can make that particular size of it, that the text box size is very small, as well as 200 by 200 means this is 200 from my left side and this is 200 from my right side. So this is 200 by 200 and 220 is like that. If I want to reduce the, so this is the control. Now I change the location as well as height and width. You just check it out. Text box is bigger, and 20 means this y-axis, it is just 20 pixel and this is 200 pixel. And it is 300, so you can see that when the width is increased a lot. So if you take 100 pixel, that is a standard of text box that you know very well. And If you want to take it as 100, that is the best. And it is a standard text box now in front of us. So friends, this is a really good one where y20, 20 pixels from yx, xx 200, then this is 100 width and 100 height. When you go to the design view, there is no text box, no physical text box. If you can remember this code and this 4 line, I make Control C, Control V, and I want to change it with X2 and not text box, but I want to create as button, because now it's a time to create a button from logical way. This button will be overwrite on the text box, so we have to maintain the y-axis. X-axis as it is, but this is 10. I would like to take it as 50. So y-axis is there, that your button will be exactly the behind or exactly the backside of that text box, and you can see that one. Oh my god, it is a 100 by 100 text box and button is there, but this is not a button, this is a square. So how can we reduce it? By size. 50 is nice. And run. It's properly working. Yx at the 10 point, text box generate. At 50 point, this is my x and this is y. So if you observe that I change only yx. Now button is very proper and it will work also that things. So friends, this is a dynamic control where I can create the dynamically by x1 object text box represent, x2 object button represent. Only 4 things is important. First, tools represent as object. Here x1 and x2 is there. Second, location, where you want to put your tool. Number 3, you want to put it down that within a size of height and width. And 4, most important things, means from controls dot add, means it will add, and x1 is there. So the control x1 add text box. Here me.controls.add x2 means your button will add as a x2.